Can we all just agree that 2025 has just not been a great start when it comes to films? I mean, what was the last film where you saw in 2025 and you was like, wow, that's a good film? I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had great cinematic experiences in the cinema, such as Minecraft, which allowed a lot of the fans to basically cheer on very, very weird moments, but that wasn't, I wouldn't really call Minecraft a perfectly crafted film. And then we had Captain America Brave New World. For me, I like the film because it's Marvel. I actually enjoyed it, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's the best film, but it was very enjoyable. However, that wasn't deemed to be very craft worthy of a film. And then we also had Mickey 17. Although I haven't watched the film and I'm a huge fan of Bong Joon-ho's work, I did see the reviews and a lot of them was very mixed, but they did say that Robert Pattinson's performance was very good. But I do have to say that Sinners is one of those films where it's going to be up there as one of the most creatively visual horror films or vampire films of the decade. What Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan were able to do with this film was simply amazing. Seeing their duo just come back again, like with the likes of Creed, which is a very, very good film, Black Panther, which is another good film, Wakanda Forever, a good film, Fruitvale Station, which I heard is a very good film, which I still need to watch. It's such a privilege to see both of the duos just working again and just really crafting another great film. Hailee Steinfeld was another actress that's been up and coming for the last few years, and she's done a very good job in playing this role in Sinners. The whole story was very engaging and had a very tight pacing, which allowed us as viewers to be very more engaged, which I really enjoyed. The film was actually good to the point I believe that this could actually be a franchise on its own, which I don't really want from a film like Sinners, because I just feel like this film on its own is very good and I don't think they should do anything more other than just leave it as that and just create it as an independent film. The lighting, the cinematography, the editing, the visual was just very good. It has comedy, it has action, it has dramatic moments, it has scenes which goes deep into the character. It's such a good film that it has a lot of that. You know, it kind of reminds me of Everything Everywhere All at Once or Parasites, where with those films have just such a mix between all of these comedic elements, serious tones, and they just work perfectly well, and I think Sinners is one of those films. However, I do think that in the end it does drag a bit, which I was like, when is this going to end? Because don't get me wrong, it was a very good film. However, I just feel like there was this one scene where it could have ended perfectly well, but then it just drags on to the final scene, which again I just kind of wish they could have ended it at that scene right there, because it was very perfect. I would say that I would love the movie a lot more if my cinematic experience wasn't very shit. Because tell me why I'm hearing two couples behind me speaking whilst watching a film. What is the point of going to cinema when you're not even watching the film and you're just talking? Like, it just really annoyed me and it really got me distracted and I couldn't really focus on the film that well. It is unfortunate, but we have to move on, because I would have loved this movie a lot more if it wasn't for that incident. This film was shot in an IMAX format and I kind of wish to be watching this in IMAX, because you could tell from the aspect ratios in the cinema. I was watching in super screen where I could have had an immersive experience to really like embrace the world building that's happening around Sinners. The antagonist of the film is very good, and I think Jack O'Connell plays a very good role and performs perfectly into this, and he's probably going to be in a lot more roles. I think he's going to be in 28 Years Later, which is another horror flick, so he's pretty much loaded, and I'm very excited to see more of his projects because he did a very good job in Sinners. But overall, I have nothing much to say other than it's just a very good crafted film with a very good cast and with a very immersive director who has a very good vision. It's original, it's unique, it's creative, it's something that we haven't seen in a very long time, probably since Oppenheimer or any other original films. So overall, I'm going to be giving this an 8 out of 10.